The world of hip-hop was rocked when Kendrick Lamar dropped a devastating diss at the Super Bowl aimed directly at Drake. This wasn't your typical rap battle. This was a strategic, career-defining moment that threw Drake into full-on panic mode. But why did Kendrick's words hit so hard? And what does this mean for Drake's standing in the game? In this video, we're breaking down everything from Drake's rise to his vulnerabilities, to Kendrick's calculated strike and its aftermath. Make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss these exclusive breakdowns. Let's get into part 1. The story of Drake *. Drake's career reads like a modern rap fairy tale. Born Aubrey Graham in Toronto, he first came to public attention as an actor on the TV show Degrassi, The Next Generation. But while many child stars fade away, Drake's transition into music was seamless and powerful. He dropped his breakthrough mixtape So Far Gone in 2009, which blended rap, R&B, and emotional introspection like few had done before. The world took notice, and from there, Drake's rise was meteoric. Over the next decade, Drake redefined the boundaries of hip-hop. His ability to blend catchy hooks with vulnerable lyrics turned him into a commercial juggernaut. Albums like Take Care, Nothing Was the Same, and Scorpion shattered streaming records and gave him anthems that became part of the cultural fabric. Tracks like Started From the Bottom, Hotline Bling, God's Plan, and In My Feelings weren't just hits, they were moments. But success also brought scrutiny. Despite his dominance, Drake's career has been marred by controversies and questions of authenticity. The ghostwriting allegations, particularly surrounding his relationship with Quentin Miller, have cast long shadows over his lyrical credibility. Hip-hop fans, who often prize realness and street credibility, sometimes dismiss Drake as a pop star in rapper's clothing. Others see his emotional openness as a weakness, calling him soft or inauthentic. This tension has created an uneasy spot for Drake. On one hand, he's undeniably influential, the most streamed artist globally multiple years running. On the other, hardcore rap fans sometimes question if he really belongs among the greats. Enter Kendrick Lamar. While Drake has cultivated a more accessible, commercial image, Kendrick is seen as the cerebral, socially conscious torchbearer of hip-hop's artistic integrity. His albums Good Kid, MAAD City, To Pimp a Butterfly, and DAMN have been critically acclaimed as masterpieces combining intricate storytelling, political insight, and lyrical skill. This contrast has simmered beneath the surface of hip-hop culture for years. Then came the Super Bowl. During his halftime show, Kendrick took a moment that many say was a direct diss at Drake. Without naming names, Kendrick's lyrics and visuals referenced authenticity, realness, and what it means to be a true leader in hip-hop. It was a bold statement on a global stage, and the implication was clear to anyone who knew the backstory. Drake's reaction? Immediate and noticeable. Within hours, social media buzzed with speculation. Drake's usually confident online presence became quieter and more defensive. Insiders said he was rattled. His team scrambled to control the narrative. Why such a panic? Because the diss hit at Drake's core weaknesses: the questions about his authenticity, his street credibility, and his place as the king of rap. It wasn't just an insult. It was a challenge to his entire legacy. The timing was also brutal. The Super Bowl is one of the most watched events globally. For Kendrick to use that platform to deliver such a message meant the entire world was watching, and Drake's vulnerabilities were exposed in front of millions. Fans began debating fiercely. Could Drake withstand this attack? Was Kendrick the new king? Was Drake losing relevance? In the weeks that followed, Drake's output shifted. His music and public statements suggested a man trying to reclaim control. But the damage was done. His reputation, which had seemed untouchable, suddenly looked more fragile. To understand Drake's panic, you have to understand how precarious his position was. Despite his success, Drake's brand had long been vulnerable to attacks on his realness. Kendrick's diss wasn't just about disrespect. It was a strategic blow to Drake's crown. Drake's response, whether in interviews, social media, or music, showed cracks. Fans and critics alike sensed that the diss had rattled him in a way few had before. Kendrick Lamar's rise to rap royalty is a study in artistry meeting timing. Unlike many mainstream stars who chase radio hits, Kendrick has always walked a different path, one that values storytelling, political commentary, and pushing the boundaries of hip-hop as an art form. His 2012 album Good Kid, M.A.D. City introduced him as a raw, honest storyteller. To Pimp a Butterfly in 2015 took that further, tackling issues like systemic racism, African American identity, and personal struggle with unmatched depth. DIMN. His 2017 Pulitzer Prize-winning album mixed vulnerability and aggression in a way that cemented his status as one of the greatest lyricists of his generation. Kendrick's reputation is built on authenticity and respect. His fans see him as the voice of conscience for a generation. So when he used the Super Bowl halftime stage to deliver a diss aimed at Drake, it wasn't just a personal jab, it was a cultural moment. The diss was carefully constructed. Kendrick's lyrics highlighted themes of authenticity, credibility, and leadership in hip-hop. His visual cues on stage reinforced the message, drawing sharp contrasts to Drake's image. This wasn't random, it was a calculated move designed to question Drake's claim to the throne. Fans immediately dissected every line and gesture. Social media exploded with analysis and debate. Many felt Kendrick had exposed Drake's weaknesses in a way no one else could. The timing of the diss on such a huge platform ensured maximum impact. What made this diss so effective was Kendrick's reputation. Unlike others who might have aimed for shock value, Kendrick's attack carried the weight of credibility. His own career stands as a testament to the values he was promoting: realness, artistic integrity, and social consciousness. Following the Super Bowl, Kendrick's camp and fans were energized. Social media was flooded with praise for his lyrical genius and boldness. Music critics hailed it as a defining moment in hip-hop rivalries, one that reasserted the importance of authenticity in the genre. This moment redefined the hip-hop hierarchy. Kendrick's confident strike suggested he was the rightful king, or at least a serious contender, while Drake's shaken response fed the narrative of a changing of the guard. Beyond the diss itself, Kendrick's handling of the situation was masterful. He didn't need to escalate the beef with personal attacks or public spats. Instead, his art spoke for itself, leaving Drake and his camp to scramble for answers. In many ways, Kendrick's move was a reminder to the industry: authenticity matters more than chart success, and true leadership is about substance, not just popularity. The Super Bowl diss wasn't just a moment of tension between two rappers. It was a cultural event that challenged the very foundation of hip-hop's values. For Drake, it exposed vulnerabilities and shook his confidence. For Kendrick, it was a triumphant statement of artistic dominance. What happens next? Can Drake reclaim his throne, or has Kendrick delivered the final blow? Only time will tell, but one thing is clear: the landscape of hip-hop has changed forever. Who do you think came out on top? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe, and share the video with fellow hip-hop fans. Thanks for watching. See you next time for more exclusive music breakdowns.